Welcome. How are you today? It is the Kids and Mom Show, your #1 parenting program. My name is Yele and I am your host. Today is going to be an informative, obviously educative. On the show today, we are going to be talking about family planning. Obviously, it's a very touchy subject for some parents, and so today we will be giving you all the information that we feel you need to have. We will be having the Kids Corner, Career Talk, and then you'll come back to meet with me for the tips and tricks for the week. So don't go anywhere, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back on Kids and Mom. Today we will be speaking with a healthcare giver and a nurse who's going to be talking to us about family planning. So come with me right now and let's get learning. Could you just introduce yourself to us and tell us what you do?
My name is Olubukola Lawson Omowanile. I'm a nurse by profession, family planning nurse practitioner. I'm an hospital administrator, and I run an agency for kids care at home.
Thank you very much. Now, I need you to explain to us what family planning is.
Thank you very much. Family planning is just as simple as the word family planning. It's just for you to plan your family. And family planning starts from inception, from when the man or the lady and the guy has agreed that, okay, we're going to get married. You start planning your family from then. Questions like how many kids do we want to have? And that's why that word family planning. There are different methods and there are different beliefs and culture about family planning. For instance, the Roman Catholic people, they don't believe in using family planning methods except abstinence or what we call your safe period. Let me put it in layman's language. Safe period. And abstinence is totally, you don't do anything together. The failure rate of safe period is quite high. As a failure rate of about 70%.
Wow.
So, and that's why you find out that in Roman Catholic, they have plenty of children because they don't really go through the normal World Health Organization ways of planning family. Those are, I've mentioned 2 methods now. Then you have your condom.
Okay.
There are ladies' condom and there are men condom. So the failure rate in that is like about 40%. In case the condom gets torn or anything happens. Then you have the oral contraceptives. You have the injectables. Then you have the one we call IUCD, intrauterine contraceptive device. That is mainly for women. Okay. Then you have another one, implants. Then you have another one, which vasectomy for the man. And for the woman, you cut what is taking the thing into the woman. So those are surgical family planning, the vasectomy, and for the woman, cutting of the tubes so that the spermatozoa will not get into the uterus.
Wow, that's a lot of information to give. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back, and then we're going to learn more. Don't go anywhere.
When it comes to family planning, as a woman, it even helps you. It helps you and your body. When it comes to family planning, you need to look out for what exactly works for you or for your body as a woman. And that's why we have a lot of hospitals, most especially general hospitals, that can, give you the knowledge, train you, ask you questions based on the way you answer the questions and based on your fears and your belief. You are able to choose something that will work out for your body.
Well, I believe I mean, if you don't do family planning of some sort, you will get pregnant. So obviously, I don't like anything going into my system. So I mean, but there are different methods of family planning. You know, so for me, I do the natural method, the knowing the safe period, the ones that you don't have to actually take something into your body.
For family plan, there's a lot of, you just have to look for the one that works for you. I didn't do any family planning. The only family planning I did was just calculation of my ovulation days, and has been working for me for the past of 4 years.
I think it's important, and that's simply because we don't have unlimited resources. Individuals, families, countries, organizations, they don't have unlimited resources. And so if you have special dreams for yourself, you would need to plan, right? And you know that it's expensive to build a family. You have not only childcare, you have educational plans for your children. So I think that it should just align with your goals for yourself, and it'll be fine.
Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Mrs. Lawson, you mentioned about the different types of family planning methods, and you actually mentioned everything that was available. So right now, we have mothers that complain about the adverse effects of some of these methods on their physical bodies. And you have the men that complain about the effect of this on their pockets. So could you please give us more information about, how family planning is very important?
Basically, family planning, every one of them has their own side effects. Even the IUCD, which some people feel is just to put it in and remove it, it contains copper. It has copper. And it's that copper that neutralizes that thing that produces children. So basically, and that copper T, we call it copper T, IUCD, is actually called copper T. So usually we don't recommend it for people that their husband has multiple partners. Let me put it that way. So it's meant for me and my husband alone, because it's a means of infection because of the copper contents. So you get infected so easily with copper T, the IUCD. That's the only disadvantage that one has got. It doesn't make you to be plump, it doesn't add to your weight, but repeated infection.
What kind of infection?
Like we said, we said, this lady has gotten pregnant again, we're going to spend another huge amount of money. And the lady was like, I don't want to use this family planning of the thing, is making me big. You have to choose between the two. So, okay, let me add on weight and let my husband save his money for these 2 kids or 3 kids that we have had. After a while, the adding of weight will tail down. It's when you first start it that you will really add weight. But after about 3-4 years that you've been on it, you will find out that you are going to lose that weight. It's not a permanent thing there. And then body constituent differs. Is what I have actually done for people before. I see somebody will say, with this implant that you have given to me, I'm losing weight. Somebody will come back and say, with this family planning implants you have given to me, I'm adding weight. So the body composition of each and every person differs. So what the WHO recommends for every family is you plan your children 2 years interval. So if you know you have a child that is 1 year and 8 months and you're already carrying a family planning, you stop at that, because some of the effects of the family planning still stays in your body for like 3 months. So for example, if you remove your implants in April, there's no likelihood to get pregnant until July, because the effects, their hormones, they are being discharged into your body. The likelihood to get pregnant immediately is not very common. So you have to wait for like about 3 months. So if you are planning to have a child in another 9 months and you are already carrying a family planning and your child is about 1 year, 8 months, the last one you did while your child is 1 year, 8 months is the one you should stop, because you are going to get pregnant by the time that child is about exactly 2 years, or 2 years, 1 month, 2 years and 3 months.
What would be your advice for intending parents and parents with children who need to have this family planning, especially the ones that don't have this information that you're sharing today?
Family planning is a common thing, even at grassroots level, all the local government level. You can go there and tell them you want to do family planning. It's not expensive, except those ones that requires surgery. That's when the man is cutting that thing and when the woman is cutting the permanent ones. But for the non-permanent ones, the one you can carry for 5 years, the implants is for 5 years, the IUCD is for 5 years, the injectable is every 3 years, the daily one every day. So the success rate of the daily one too is like about 60%, because if you miss it, you are on your own. And the risk, that one, I've actually seen a child, when we are doing things, we should always shield our children. The lady keeps the daily drugs just close to her bed so that she can be taking it. And a child of about 2.5 years just went there, popped like 4 or 5, and swallowed it. Oh my goodness. And the next thing there was, the woman rushed the baby to the hospital. I was like, I kept my family planning so that I don't forget it. So that's why we discourage daily drugs where you are still, because they don't know. So that's why we encourage more of the implants and the IUCD. Those ones that is not visible, nobody knows what you are doing. My advice to women outside there is they should try and plan their family. It's good for their own health. It reduces mortality rates. What's the point of having a child and not waiting or not staying there for that child? Because you will be exhausted. Having children, 3 kids in 4 years. Oh man, that's quite demanding. You don't rest. You keep nursing and nursing and nursing and nursing these children until you are fagged out. So it increases, if you don't plan your family, if you don't do family planning, it increases maternal death through waking up, stress. Then your husband's pockets too. What's the point of having 8 children and you are not giving them enough food? And not to talk of education. So why don't you just check your pockets? We can afford to raise 3 children. We're going to stop at 3. We're going to stop at 2. And more so, the Nigerian government and WHO's recommendation for Nigeria is that you must not have more than 4 children in a family.
Thank you for coming to the show, Mrs. Lawson. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and for giving us a lot of information and sharing your knowledge with us.
My name is Nifemi Ladejobi. I'm 9 years old. I'd like to be a mental doctor that treats children because I love children. Children improve while they go to school and get more knowledge when they grow up to pay or get in hospital to where you can treat children. Just a doctor that treats children. I can give someone a drip. You first put the pin in the hand and connect it to the drip. Then you put the syringe in the drip and it keeps going. When it's finished, you remove it and it's done. Once again, my name is Nifemi Ladejobi. I am 9 years old and you are watching Kids and Mom.
My name is Temida Ogunshola. I'm in SS1. I want to be a space scientist. Space scientists are those who go into outside the world, outside the earth, to find what's going in another planet or who is up in another planet. The reason I would like to be a space scientist is that although they do risk their life, but they do life to save human life. I also like to be a person that build machines, rockets, robots, and other things to make the world possible for other peoples. A robotic engineer are those who make robots to help human want. Examples: we can make a robot that would be a child, and to the extent that as we human grow, the robot grow like human too, till adults, and it can even die when a woman die. We can send a robot to the supermarket to buy things. You can tell a robot to wash clothes, do other house chores in our environment. I need to study math first, and I need to study physics, chemistry, chemical studies. I need to study biology also. My hobbies is to play football and to read. I'll give people that are out there that wants to be a robotic engineer, keep it on, read harder, don't relent, and shall be well. Once again, my name is Temida Yogushola. You are watching Kids and Mom.
Did you know that the Independence Day in Nigeria is celebrated on the 1st of October every year? This day is celebrated to commemorate the independence of Nigeria from the United Kingdom. On this day in 1960, the country was declared a republic on October 1st, 1963. Did you know that around 15% of the world population are left-handed? They are controlled by the right side of their brains. Left-handed people were cursed as sinister in the ancient period, and they were associated with bad luck or were even considered unfavorable. Did you know that you may not know how delicious your food is unless it is mixed with your saliva? Salivary glands include the taste buds that help you identify the taste of your food. The more you chew, the more you enjoy your delicious meal. Did you know that in October 1929, there was a riot in Aba in the eastern part of the country? The market women in Aba demonstrated against high taxes and low prices of Nigerian exports. Did you know that our names empower us? Yes, our names carry power and it will influence us and our behavior. Did you know that the walls of Benin from 800 to 1400 AD in present-day Edo State had the longest ancient earthworks in the world? They enclose 6,500 square kilometers of community lands that are connected with 500 communities and is over 16,000 kilometers long. Did you know that you cannot talk and inhale or vice versa? When you speak, you will not be able to inhale. Do you want to give it a try? Did you know that Nigeria boasts of being the most habitable place for butterflies? It is widely believed that areas surrounding Calabar, Cross River, in the southern part of Nigeria is home to the world's largest diversity of butterflies. Did you know that as humans have fingerprints that can be used to identify them, dogs have prints with their noses that are unique, and this is used to identify the different classes of dogs that we have in the world. Did you know that Nigeria is home to 7% of the total languages spoken on earth? Taraba State alone has more languages than 30 African countries put together. Did you know that infants blink only once or twice a minute, while adults average a blink around 10 per minute. Did you know that the highest point in Nigeria is the mountain Chappal Wadi, and it is heightened at 2,419 meters, which estimates about 7,936 feet. Welcome back. Right now it's the Kids Corner, where I give you tips and tricks on how to keep your children safe from harm. Today I'm going to be talking about toy safety tips. Number 1, make sure that you buy the right toys for the right age. It is not safe for you to buy toys that are too big for your younger children or hazardous toys for children that do not have the maturity to handle them. Number 2, please read carefully all instructions on the labels of the toys before you buy them. Number 3, do not allow toys that are broken with sharp edges to lie around or your children to play with them. It would harm them. Number 4, make sure that you have helmets for riding toys like bicycles, trams, and every other riding toy that you get for your child. And the last thing I'm going to tell you today, make sure you store away toys after your children are done playing with them. They could trip on them, hit their head on the floor, and have a hemorrhage and hurt themselves. And on this note, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for today's show. It was very informative. We had Mrs. Lawson on the show with us talking about family planning, and then we had the career talk, and now we just had the Kids Corner. Thank you so much again for joining me. Until I see you again, this is Kids and Mom Show. We're your #1 parenting program, and our aim is raising future heroes. Take care of you.